A couple of pretty impressive pitchers going to the mound today. It should be a fun pitcher's duel. Is that the anticipation?
Yeah, we go into the game and expecting good pitching on both sides, and clearly we love our guy Cease, and he's been tremendous since he's been here, and coming off a really strong outing over in Colorado, and of course Suarez is a really gifted pitcher as well. So, it should be a good ball game.
Dylan, obviously there's certain lineups where he can probably just stick with his strengths. That seemed like a lineup last night that could be pretty dangerous and adapt throughout a ball game. How much of a challenge, how much fun might this be for him in terms of facing this lineup?
Yeah, you can make an excellent point. I was thinking about their lineup today and their team today. Clearly it's a good lineup, but they do have an adaptability of experience and a ability to make adjustments and see the game, and it's a big part of hitting as well. Our club's doing a nice job of that as well. So the question's very fair relative to Dylan, because he's got the weapons that he needs to have for his strengths, and I think we'll always err on the side of our pitcher's strengths against theirs, but he's also got multiple weapons relative to their strengths. So I think he's got the ability to combat pretty much anything he can see.
Rangers Suarez has always been a tough competitor, but he's turned it up a notch, it looks like. Anything that you've seen differently that he's doing this year?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I think it always comes back to me when guys have taken a tick up is consistency. More consistent with all of his pitches, controlling counts. If you look up and you take a simple view of something that can be hard and challenging, and you look and see why people have made improvements, it's usually in the pitching vein similar to that.
Tough lefty, raising good day to give Jake a day off just because of that.
Yeah, I think like Jake's been he's been active and been getting after it, but lefty 13 in a row. He's been banged up a little bit. Just makes sense to get him off his feet, and today was a good day for him.
Nice to get Jackson back out there in center field. I know he was chomping at the bit to get out there yesterday.
Yeah, he was chomping at the bit. He's giving me the evil eye a little bit yesterday, in a good-natured way. He understood it, but I love the fact he loves to compete and play. And again, the most important thing is he's healthy and ready to go compete today.
What's to say about him that he's the lone lefty as a rookie against Suarez?
Yeah, it's like you're sitting there and you could have gone a couple different ways and just had all righties, but he's also an everyday player for us, and I've been pretty clear about what that looks like. And he's also had success against lefties that are tougher. The game-winning go-ahead hit against Vesia, and he's had some other hits against lefties that in the good at bats. So he's able to play. He's an everyday guy. He goes and plays.
You say he's an everyday guy, and he's earned that.
Yep.
But the fact that 2 years ago he says he was playing 15 games a season in high school, and
He's
now
an everyday guy there, I think, too.
Sure, every couple days.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's fair.
But how have you kind of noticed him attacking the fact that being an everyday guy here, and as long as the season is, and as many games as there are, as few off days there are, how has he attacked what he needs to do to be ready to be that kind of everyday guy?
That's a great question. I think he's attacked in a couple ways. First of all, he's just going to go out and playing every day. The way you attack it the most is how you take care of yourself away from the field, what your preparation looks like. And I don't know to the extent of how this is, better question for him. But it's also a learning curve from Toddy, from Manny, from Crony, the guys that have learned how to go through that and gain the experience of their knowledge and wisdom of how to do that. That less can be more. Make sure that just getting X number of swings to be ready for a game is enough. And then ultimately it's just a learning curve that he's just going to have to go through. So there's some proactiveness to it, and then there's just the actually going through it. And then there's also the communication with myself and him that says, okay, when does a day make sense for you to get those extra days? The good news for our schedule outside of this 13-game streak of games in a row is, we've got some built-in off days I think have already helped him, but hopefully that makes some sense in answering your question.